en español. Today tongue twister is vaya, vaya, con la yegua vaya, que saltó la valla y se comió una valla.
Vaya, vaya con la ye-
Ajá,
yegua,
yegua.
vaya, con la yegua, vaya, que saltó la valla y se comió una valla.
Yeah. This is interesting because, for example, about the V and B, we
V,
call it in Spanish,
un
it's la
vaya, un vaya.
B o la V.
Mm.
Algunos dicen, someone says like a B grande o B chica.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree because I can paint a super
The big
V
V, yeah,
in the
right.
wall and it's
Uh-huh.
not a B chica.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But at least in Mexico City, we don't emphasize or we don't make the difference between V and B.
Mm.
Now, after many years of living here, I emphasize the V, the vaya
Mm-hmm.
vaya. But when I arrived here, it was like a ba, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's the Y, that it's the same between vaya y the other vaya,
Mm-hmm.
With Y and double L, it's the same, vaya vaya. And so I think that's the one. Ah, and then yegua, Gua, it's gua,
Wa,
no?
wa. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Gue is ge. For
Okay.
example, guerra, that it's war.
The war. Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
Guerra, but we say guerra. We don't say
Yeah.
guerra.
Where? Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
only time that we pronounce the U, it's with gua, for example,
Wa.
guayaba.
Uh-huh.
But also if it's GU and the U has diéresis, two dots over
Uh-huh.
the U. And those two dots says, hey, you have to pronounce this U. For
Okay.
example, in pingüino
Pinguino. Okay.
or vergüenza,
Hmm.
that it has the, yeah, I will show those slides to you. But it's, if you see two dots over the U, it says, hey, you have to pronounce this U.
Don't forget about me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, if it's G-U-E, it's gay.
Okay. Okay.
Gay or gi. G-U-I,
Like
gi.
agua.
Agua. Ajá.
That's it. Thank you.
Like
Okay.
that. Okay. And so now let's time to understand those. Okay, vaya. It's an expression like a wow, vaya.
Vaya. Okay.
There is an example. For example, when you are a teenager and you arrive late at home, your
Mm.
parents will say, vaya, vaya, vaya. Estás llegando tarde. You are arriving late,
Mm.
you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or when someone that you never see them and suddenly they arrive and they ask you for a favor. So many years and they don't pay attention to you and you say, vaya, vaya. Now you need something. Okay.
Okay.
But also, vaya, it's in order to say just go. For example, but this is in the you in plural. For example, usted. When you are talking to someone like in a proper word, but it could be, for example, for an adult to a kid, because it's an
Oh.
order,
Oh.
and you
Oh,
talk.
or like vaya con Dios.
Yeah, that one. But you are talking in
But well, yeah,
usted.
like not to the kid, but that's a like it's the same, right? Vaya con Dios.
Yes, but
Like to go. Okay.
yeah, but you are telling that to
To another
in a
adult.
usted. It could be
Uh-huh.
an adult
Okay.
to adult, but you
Uh-huh.
are talking to him or to her in usted.
Okay.
For example, if it's vaya usted con Dios,
Uh-huh.
but
Uh-huh.
you don't say vaya usted, you say vaya con
Right.
Dios.
It's kind of implied. Uh-huh.
But if you know that person and it's familiar to you, you say ve con Dios because
Oh,
you say tuteando because you are talking in tú.
yeah.
So if it's usted, it's vaya con Dios. But if
Okay.
it's tú, you say ve con Dios. Yes?
Okay.
Okay. And then it's yegua.
Diego.
It's a mare, female horse. And then it's this one. I learned that. Vaya with B and Y is this kind of horse.
Okay.
Yeah, it has this color. It's like a beige, like a yellowish or reddish
Yeah.
with black uh, hair, but we call it crin. The hair of the horse.
The mane,
Yeah,
the mane and the tail. Uh-huh.
we call it crin.
Green.
Crin, Crin.
Okay.
And then it's vaya with V and double L, con
Oh,
V y doble L, and it's a fence.
okay.
So, vaya, V y Y, vaya, it's
Uh-huh.
go
Whoa.
or the expression.
Uh-huh.
But with V and double L is a fence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, and then it's vaya with B and Y, and it's the
Oh.
fruit. And then comió es ella comió o él comió.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Okay.
so it's well with this kind of
The bay
horse
horse. I think it's called bay, or I don't know. Okay. I'm not sure.
that jumped the fence and ate a, a berry.
A berry.
Okay,
Oh,
so could you pronounce it?
vaya, vaya, con la yegua, vaya, que saltó la valla y se comió una valla.
Yeah.
Vaya, con la yegua, vaya, que saltó la valla y se comió una valla.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
I love this one
This
because
one's
it
this one's
teaches you.
tough. Yeah, this one's a little tough.
Yeah, but I love it because it's a lot of vocabulary.
Right, right. And the homonyms, like it trips you up because, well, I'm obviously still reading it. It's Yeah, it's getting used to all the different homonyms and recognizing them as you're reading them. Um, so it's a little bit tricky. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky just to remember the story in your head as you're reading it and remembering what each word particularly means. But
Yes,
it's a
because
good one.
yeah, it's just the little details in the changes because there
Right.
is the vaya with V but with Y and the
Mm.
difference between the V and double L.
Right. The like well or the fence
Yeah.
and Viegua, the yeah, the bay mare jumped the fence. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Ate a
yeah.
berry. Mm.
Yeah,
Like it's a simple picture, right? But then yeah, reading through the sentence and building the picture in your head. It's
yeah,
a good one.
yeah,
It's a
and
tricky one. It'll have to yeah, take some practice.
yeah, and also I learned about the vaya, the
Oh
animal.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same. I'm bad with it, but it makes me feel like it's a bay. I think they call it a bay horse because
bay
you said
horse.
it's also somewhat red, like the bay.
Yeah, so I think it's the same
I think
because
it's the same.
it
A
says that
bay.
it's this kind of horse, like a
Yeah. Yeah.
reddish, yellowish, with con el cabello, el crin negro,
Hmm.
the mane.
The mane.
Yeah, so yeah, I just love it. It has a lot of, and also the baja. you know, because I was reading it. Baya is berry, so it would be strawberry or, I mean, fresas, frambuesas,
Hmm.
zarzamora, all that, those berries, or, yeah. And the easy one is comió.
Yeah, right, right. That one we know. I'm real
Yeah,
good with that one.
yeah. So yeah, I love it. Thank you. And
Awesome.
I'm happy, and I hope that you learn some more vocabulary.
Yeah,
And
this was fun.
okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you.